Alright, there we go. Oh, it's a duty that I have to... It's an actual... Okay. Alright. I guess I'm waiting on that one then. I don't know what the deal is, but I remember there being some hubbub. Oh, that was quick. That was really quick. I remember there being some hubbub about them adding the male bunny boys, because there was like something lore only supposed to be the girl bunny girls, but I think it's cool that there's bunny boys. I think that's cool. I can't wait to find out what their deal is. That was an astonishingly quick queue time. Okay. A long night. They're leveling roulettes. Stellar explosion. Alright, how do I not get killed by those? That's a cool attack. Maybe I'm just getting more used to the game, but I feel like a lot of the boss mechanics are more intuitive now. Like, I still don't get everything immediately, but things tend to make more sense now. And also are more interesting. I think we're going into the Moon Dream now. We're going into the Tsukuyomi. Shades of the Dead. Oh, that's cool. What the hell is this? The suffering gauge is going up. We have to stop the suffering gauge from going up. Oh, it's that music. I hear the music. It's the Doman theme. It's actually Science theme from Final Fantasy VI in the background. Oh, that one hurt. I shouldn't have been there. Oh my god. Xenos? The suffering gauge is almost halfway full. There can be no redemption. There's some sort of... this fight is somehow allegorical for her character development and suffering right now. Oh, cool song. Which ball do I want to be on? I think I want to be on this one. Oh. What do we do wrong? Oh, I got down immediately again. Check my buffs, debuffs, right now, nothing, because I'm dead. Vulnerability up. What have they got, though? Very cool arena. Are they just standing over there out of reach? You have to switch sides every 3 stacks. Switch sides every 3 stacks. Every 3 stacks, switch phases. You know, it's funny I said that and then immediately, like, didn't understand what was happening right after I said that and died.
Your end is near.
Is there an easier way to, like, comprehend buffs, debuffs besides looking at this? Because I see, like, 5 things there, and it's, like, where I'm not looking most of the time. Very specifically. And, like, it's hard to comprehend all of these really quickly by looking at them. Oop, I should be attacking that. And here comes the dream. The infinite Tsukuyomi. Best to put the buffs debuffs on you closer to the center of the screen. Yeah, I might need to be doing that. That might be a UI hack I need to make. Shades of Dead, curse my name. Boss cast bar, boss debuffs is less important. Spectre of Asahi. Well, we certainly want to kill that. Oh, I just realized the Spectre of Gosetsu is there. That's so cool. Okay, after this fight, we'll figure out where I should put buffs and debuffs, because watching where they are now is not very helpful. Maybe I could put it like right here or something. Okay. So I have, under the influence of the new moon, so I should go wherever I know what I'm doing is. Shit. The new moon is opposed to moonlit, full moon. So I want to go to the opposite one, the matching one. That marker, I don't know what that means. I feel like I want to stay away from that. Oh, I took a lot of damage there. That was really cool. She's like permanently she's like permanently whitewashed. Thank you, I say to no one who's left. She's on the ground. The thing about being the person that's like actually playing through the story right now and not just joining for leveling is everyone else has already like skipped the cutscene and left, and by the time I finish watching the cutscene, I can't tell them, you know, thanks for the carry. I'm sure they know though, deep down they know. That was a really cool boss fight. Honestly, that was a cooler boss fight than the Shiryu, in my opinion. Just shot her. Was it Asahi? Can we get this guy? Dude, her and Gosetsu are gonna have matching bullet holes.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning.
Excuse me.
But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
You put a text box on screen as you enter during the cutscene, it will let you chat early. If it's a shortcut to bring up the text box during cutscenes.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Yes. I am angry.
You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This dormant woman has seen to that.
The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
Maybe not the most evil character, but definitely the most unhinged. Like, comically unhinged.
Should have been mine.
What, Doma?
The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I! Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Gosetsu?
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Cool moonlight katanas.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak Think not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
His teeth are chat. Oh. Oh, he deserves it.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied.
You've had your fill.
You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength just for you.
Cool. Cool. It felt so good to be bad.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
So you deserved a kinder fate.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world.
Damn.
I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Lord Xenos. Lord Xenos.
Oh, this is the fake
I am
Lord
at your
Xenos, isn't it?
disposal.
Like the new one?
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary,
Plenipotentiary.
empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma and announce your intention to sue for peace.
He doesn't even know his beloved Xenos is a sussy fake Baka
Peace.
imposter.
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the Icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
I'm going back to something you said before because I was trying to remember to look at after the fight. Compare your expiration first timing this fight to you dying to Northwind like 3 times back in A Realm Reborn. I don't even remember who Northwind was. Who's Northwind? Realm Reborn Northwind. That's like someone's character. Remind me who Northwind was? Is that guy on a cliff?
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost.
Your experience. First timing this fight to you dying. Yeah. Autocorrect is a dirty guy on the cliffs of the rockets. That guy was just like a DPS check though, wasn't he?
Of your plan yet elude me.
And I was like just not ready for him.
Heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work.
That was so annoying though.
The Icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
I'm trying to remember right. The Asian that was shown coming to the Emperor and surprising him by taking Xenos' face. That was not La Habrea, that was the emissary, right? The one that's like in the white robes. And he's like the one that's kind of been not friendly with the Scions, but he's like been non-aggressive. He'll come in and like just talk sometimes. I'm trying to remember what else he's done, that guy. Because now he obviously, as Xenos, he's taking like a bigger role in the story.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
You're the chosen one, Asahi.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Please die now. Press 5 to die. He pressed 5. They have not given his name.
You have prevailed,
okay.
I see.
I think they referred to him as the emissary once when they had to refer to him. Is that the guy that's gonna bring the shadows? Is he the one that's gonna walk to the end?
She is gone.
The second phase of the fight where it was like the shadows of suffering and the Gosetsu shadow defeated the Xeno shadow was so cool. That was really cool.
Wherefore did the Khan Kami, spare us, only to inflict this pain.
I want Gosetsu to retire and be happy and relax. He deserves it. I really like him. It was a bit strong of a fake-out death, but I am glad he's alive.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
So diplomatically, we're back at square one. Oh, this guy's here. This guy, like, I get the impression that he's actually kind of cool, though, despite being...
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you
despite
long
being
fled.
Garlean.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
This guy's cool. Xenos was behind this plot. Xenos did it.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, he can't be a good guy, given who he's working with and what he's doing, and the fact that he's, like, Xenos, but he's, you know, not unhinged like Asahi. He
I'm
seems
afraid I share Lord Hien's
perfectly
confusion.
amicable.
The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say, but what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle
Yes.
of the Imperial Corps?
Yes.
The idea is
That
inconceivable,
one.
absurd, but worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
And so, okay, 14 is doing... It's giving me something right now that watching the One Piece anime did. And this might be a bit roundabout, but I watched, like, you know, with Kristen and largely with Zach over 2 years. You got checked, the man with no lines so far in the story. He said like one thing, and I was like, this guy's fine. He said like one thing earlier. But yeah, I watched One Piece over 2 years with Kristen and Zach, and it's like, you know, a 20-year long show. So every now and then, there's just suddenly a bump. Whether it's like a technical thing or a style thing, there's a bump, and it's like a very obvious, like, something has improved, something has gotten better. And it's always very satisfying when it reaches that point. Sometimes it's like really obvious, like going from, you know, 4:3 aspect ratio to widescreen 16:9, or like you can tell that they're going from traditional hand-drawn techniques to digital ones. You can tell that they have this new smearing effect that they're using now to help with like certain action scenes and things. Some things are more obvious, some things aren't as obvious, but like there's like little improvements you just notice, and it's very satisfying when you like see that progression. I'm starting to get that from this game, and I feel like the storytelling within the past, I want to say even after Stormblood, there's been another, and I've already said that this has happened before, but again, it's progression. Something about how the narrative is being given to me, like post Stormblood, there's been another bump, and I feel like it's been a big one, particularly in these last couple of quests.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
That's why I really like series that are older and have like a legacy, and you can like go through them from old to new and to see that progression. I really like that. That's why like I'm replaying the Mega Man series right now. I'm starting at the beginning and just playing the classic stuff, and then like I already know what direction it's gonna go in, but like to really like feel those changes in like evolutions, I really enjoy that. And you only really get that with like long form media or like franchises that have like developed over a long period of time.
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Meta character growth, yeah. And I'm having a hard time like identifying what specifically it is right now that's like giving it to me. Like I can tell something about the delivery has improved a lot. Something has changed recently in the last bit of content I've played, but I can't tell like exactly what it is, whether it's like a dialogue thing or a pacing thing or like a cinematography thing, I don't know. I have to think about it more, but there is something. I just can't put my finger on it yet.
You have my thanks, Lord Hien.
Yeah, I like that
As soon as our
meta
people are
character
secure
arc.
aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
I am remiss to an extent that I've like kind of been spotty with playing Final Fantasy games and haven't gone straight from like 1 to whatever. Like had that experience with this series. I feel like 14 doesn't really fall into that like category though, because it's its own thing. Like that wouldn't be part of like the Final Fantasy one for me. That would be more the single player games. This is its own thing.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
I didn't even realize he said that so casually. I didn't realize it until Alice reacted.
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
He said it, not me.
But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Okay, but if you go there and Xenos walks up, are you just gonna say you're fake? You're a fake man. I believe in you, but I really am curious how the execution of this, how that works.
'Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma.
Doma.
Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Doma.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell.
I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Calm you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yatsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. His little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. Together he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest. With the vessel yet awaits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
There you are.
He sounds good. Oh.
Gosetsu, your hair.
Oh.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
I love him.
All of them?
Don't leave us, Gosetsu. I don't care, I love you. My buddy, my boy.
This is no forlorn and final farewell. Send me on my way with a smile, my friend.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward.
Gosetsu. Yeah.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Why are you so tall, though? He's just big. Castle explodes behind him. He walks away in the explosion. Setsu, fair journey to you, my friend. Bittersweet occasion. There is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kaiken, Hyenkan. I would thank you properly. Hyenkan. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous action of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern. Mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done about but wait for Alphinaud to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has found at last some peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he should Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsuyu's childlike mind, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Yotsuyu could never truly replace his daughter. I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yosutsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. What I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us. Oh. She brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Man. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here. We have a lot to report. Before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Ralgar's Reach. She'll be the ones to tell Lisa about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Please terrible news. Somehow, Xenos has returned. Somehow, Palpatine's returned. Somehow. No one knows how. Somehow. Wake up. Alice, you're back. No, Alpha, no. It's good to see you, Luis. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. If this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. Here you're saying that he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? Ludicrous it sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust where he goes. He saw the Crown Prince through the Echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. Are the transmissions how they, like, convey lore in Fortnite? How is Fortnite lore served? Also, is there Fortnite lore? Does Jonesy have a family? Really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his back. We buried him. Oh my god, I forgot about that. That is how they released official Star Wars lore, wasn't it? Someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? That's Thal's Gilded Halls. What are you talking about? The banana guy was missing for a bit. Jonesy's, like, dying grandfather taught him to floss. And every time he does it, he thinks about poor old granddad. Alphino had me lending a hand at the saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. Now that they are, I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Did they find the banana guy? You forgot he still looks like that? That implies he's gonna look better soon, right? Forgive me if I misheard, but there's some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better. If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling the grave. But if you'll put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about it, we can manage it. Thancred, also shaves his head. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. Its grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked as to not upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Damn, if only they cremated him so that his face couldn't have been stolen. This shot is funny. What shot? Can't fly, can I? Nah, it sucks. The rain... Maybe I'm nuts, but it feels like the rain falls slow in this world. Like, the rain should be falling like twice that speed. And it's like, it's like not... Normally in games, it's like an effect that's happening on the screen in front of everything, but it's almost like they're real objects that's falling, because like when you drop off of a large ledge, they like move relative to you, and you can see that. Get your comment queued up. Apparently something's about to look funny. I ain't bothering with that guy. This is a cool piano song. This would be a good song to try and learn on piano. I keep forgetting that the water is like white here because of the salt. Hey. Did you beat the 3rd dungeon in Persona 5?
No, but
You found the treasure?
Yeah.
Nice. What you doing? Just moving about.
Me too.
Are you feeling worse? Yeah, take some Dayquil. Maybe lay down for a bit. And I know you took one last night, but like another hot shower, if it helps you, it helps you.
Yeah.
Clears your head, alleviates pressure. Are you hungry at all? Okay, we'll think about lunch soon. Yeah, keep sipping water. Kristen got the same thing as me, she took a sick day. Oh, missed your message. I'll tell her hi when she comes back. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. One scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. As no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. We best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
That was the best possible delivery for that line.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Zombie? Ah, fuck. Who? 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 There's no corpse then. Are we to conclude the rumors are true? You know, I thought, just thought that the Asian had, like, transformative powers and didn't literally steal his face. Not necessarily. We might be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent who could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Thanos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphinaud's theory of Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Asian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. If I put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here. How certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rabao needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralgar's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down at Doma, we're due another crisis. Can we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. I haven't been here in a long time. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urian J over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Yukitola is on her way and should be here any... Ah. Alice, here you go. Just good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the East? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Aesir now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates. Ryugo? Nay, Alphinaud the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold. The shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize. But I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there's no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. This star. They keep saying this star. And I feel like there's a heavy implication that there's other stars that will be foregone. Jonah says hi. Hi. Nazi says hi.
What a good girl.
Yeah.
Can't see why.
Meanwhile, is up there with many cutscenes will play in sequence. She is a good kid. Yeah, you want a Tic Tac? Your mouth tastes like Dayquil. You know, the NyQuil does taste better than Dayquil for whatever reason.
I agree.
You get 2 of them. I get 2 of them. And then the Tic Tacs are gone. What are you doing fiddling about with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. Who is that? Oops. Oh. That's Destinian again. No. Not Destinian. Have you lost your mind? Wielding soldier. I've lost many things, but my might is yet my own. My mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow, only to find the finale was but an intermission. Who? Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. The hunt must go on? Huh? What? That sounded like a Xenos thing. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that is his theme, too. Oh, I get the ponder emote. Finally. So, okay, he died, and his body was stolen. But his body getting stolen means his mind survived in some other random person? Ponder is appropriate right now. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I've had nothing pressing to be getting on with. Probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? It would be lovely. You may regale... she's like standing right behind me. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East and your encounter with this new primal especially. Oh yeah, she never came to the East. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Claim the table nearby. That is your mission, claim the table. Man. It's like a jump scare. This just comes up when you least expect it. Upon sitting at the table? Several cutscenes will play in sequence. What is so important about the table? It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yeah. Go for it. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right, they believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. If we are to contain a threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. Fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pin you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for some tea? Certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhound's gravekeepers. They all told the same story. Once the least inner officers had confirmed Xenos is dead, the corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, it was able to confirm that when the scroll was removed, as per Lisa's instructions, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. The body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Asian has taken up residence within it. Asahi was as fervent as a devotee as you believe. He would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we were dealing with an Asian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the intent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft L-XIV. Mr. Alphino, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis I can see from my cabin and was curious to know the land over which we flew. I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the Burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but moans upon moans of lifeless earth. I've read something of the Burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, blood dry of every last drop of aether. It is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report. We're under attack. Sir, Magitech armor, no visible designation. Magitech, but who? All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Home unresponsive. We're going down, sir. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. Oh, I love that alarm sound. That's like the alarm sound. Oh wait, oh fuck, this happens now? Oh yeah, this has happened. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We've landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we can. Ugh, my nose. Aye aye, Captain. Because of the sickness, I've probably never sounded less enthused when reading, but this is all pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. What? Yeah? Huh? This happens? Can I, like... The command is unavailable. In the coming battle, you will fight as Alphino. What? No way. Look at how he runs. In the coming battle, you will fight as Alphino. That sounds like the tagline for like a major game. That's like the text before the release date drops. Search for survivors. What is he? He's like, is he Estra Legion? Ruin? Psychic? Dry Shackle? I don't know these things. Also, he's incapable of running, which is really funny. In the coming battle, you will fight a leveler. I don't see any bodies. I don't see any other survivors. Y'all sure there's anything to look for? Oh? I just killed this guy. Is this a, revive him? Revive him. How do I revive him? The psychic again, maybe? It's a pet hotbar. They handle this by giving you the pet hotbar, like as if he's a mount. Oh, revive is just right click. He saved his life. The question is who would try to take its remains, however. Hostile commander. Who are these people? The prince? I did not mean to hit group pose. Well, you know why we're here. There we go. Let's get a good shot in. How do you target yourself for healing? You just don't target anyone. What does Carbuncle do? Do I need to be concerned about Carbuncle? Oh, for healing classes, does the Carbuncle, or for the summoner classes, does the Carbuncle provide, like, some auto attack damage while you do your stuff? Is that what Carbuncle's for? Target a hostile to heal yourself. It is actually bizarre to, like, suddenly get thrown into, like, a different class I've never touched before. I'm glad they didn't actually make it, like, ball-crushingly difficult, though. It's like getting your feet wet a little bit. Like, here's how to play as Alpha now. Who are these people? Literally who? You found it, not here, not like this. Is it him? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies are our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are common at Crisis, Master Alphino. Let us finish this, then. What is happening? Roleplay. No, this mechanic is called as roleplay. Like you're playing the role of Alpha now. Is this a thing that's gonna happen more? Like where you get to play the other characters like this? That's really cool. I like that. Shit. Can I, like, do that? In the coming battle, you will fight this Warrior of Darkness. I'm gonna miss the Stormblood boss music. Thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. My Why is he so short? Oh well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. Captain Jawline. I would speak of the present. Know of your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you've yet kept us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. Our purpose lets us be your answer. An Asian mask? Guess now? What, guess who they are? Am I able to, like, actually guess at this time who they are? Do they represent, like, like 1.0 world Warrior of Light? I mean, he's got that. Are they related to the Warriors of Darkness somehow? We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer. Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Shadow Hunter. Is he the one that brings the shadows? Is he the Shadow Bringer? No, the Shadow Bringer would be the guy that the Shadow Hunter wants to kill. Yeah. So he's hunting the Asians. Why? Why? What's his motivation? How is he able to kill them? Isn't the method of killing them like highly secret and not known by many people? But he says he's the history of the Scions. I don't know. Thancred from the future. This is intolerable, but as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alphino but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Is he the guy that y'all were talking about earlier whose name starts with a V? Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well be here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can speak well enough when the situation demands it. Patronize me. We should leave this to Thancred. Let me rest. Not to you too. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Ryugo is derided. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine, just promise me you'll be careful. Careful. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I can find a suitable Adenard vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Ryugo. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alpha Notition. I learned how to think. It's a very subtle one, but a very good one. You were deep in thought. Okay, so that concludes patch 4.3 Under the Moonlight. Before Shadowbringers, there's patch 4.4 and 4.5. I intend to do Shadowbringers on Saturday, like I mentioned, like a most of the day thing. Which means I need to finish 4.4 and 4.5 before Saturday. I think what I'll do, I'm gonna stop here for now, but I might play again later tonight. And if not get all through 4.4, get through like at least half of it, or a lot of it. And then tomorrow finish the remainder of the post-Stormblood's pre-Shadowbringer stuff. I think that's the plan. And hopefully tomorrow I don't sound like I'm dying. Yeah. As always, thanks for watching this with dedication. I'm gonna go now. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.